Hey crafty friends, it's Emily with you today, and I'm going to be finishing off a few of these cards that I made in the last couple videos. So I have a couple elements done for the inside of this first card, but I really want to show you guys how we can finish off the inside of our card. I love this doily frame because it has an actual frame on it that is the same as our A2 liner. So for the inside part where you just write, I typically just find matching pattern paper and cut out that A2 liner and then the decorative die. And then I have a little mark in there from just my plate and running it through and having a little piece of paper in there that I didn't see. So I'm going to be showing you how to do the top half, and this template is really simple. I'm literally just using some pattern paper, and I had already cut it out before filming, and I cut it out with our largest decorative frame. So here I'm just taking our A2 liner die in white cardstock, and I'm using some Glacier Catherine Pooler ink to just make that frame really beautiful on the outside. And then here's a fun way to not waste your ink. I have some mixed media paper, so make sure you either have mixed media paper or watercolor paper, and you can spray your ink and then spread it all on your paper, and you pretty much create your own cardstock this way. It's really pretty and super mixed media like, and then you can just wipe it up off this beautiful glass board. I'm really excited about my new glass board. I love it. And so here is this beautiful cutout in the decorative frame. It actually didn't even fit. It was like a larger cutout, but I just kind of cut the bottom half off, and I still think it looks really cute like that. So now I'm just placing my A2 liner frame down, and it has that beautiful dark blue that kind of makes the photo pop, and then the red. I just think that those two went really well together. So this red, the A2 liner die and the decorative frame, I pretty much designed to work really well together and inside each other like that, as you see on the bottom half. And obviously it can work like so on the top half where it's more decorative. And so obviously this is pretty plain. This is really simple, but it has that beautiful border. And I think what we can do is just add a little bit of touch up with some sequins. So first let's just tape on our front panel of our card, and don't do it upside down. And I have this tape runner. We have this tape runner in stock too at Emily Moore Designs, so you can check that out in my link below. And so here's this really beautiful card. You can see the blues match the blue flowers. The red matches that red card base on the inside. I really like to try to do that when I create cards. So that's always helpful. If you have enough paper to kind of stretch for both the inside and the outside of your card, it makes it a lot easier because you can coordinate. So here I'm just placing some sequins down. It's amazing how throughout this whole process, I don't know, don't underestimate sequins. They just seem to really add that final touch. And now I decided I really wanted to get rid of, or at least cover up, this little embossed mark on the bottom half here. And so what's fun about this is we can add the flower detail that we already had completed from the front of our card, an extra one. And then I also added some sequins, and I put one larger one over that dot, that accidental dot. So this is a really fun way to decorate that bottom half of your card as well, where you're going to write your sentiments, and it's nice and subtle, but it still coordinates and brings the card together. So always think of that if you ever make a mistake. So I just wanted to show you here. Here's like the 4x6, I think, card panels, or that those ones might be a little larger, but you can cut them out with our decorative frame. And so I'm going to show you kind of how to do this here with our gift card, our gift tag dies. So this is from our card sentiment dies. You can get our card sentiment dies and our decorative sentiment, our frames in a bundle, and it's just like $40, and it's a great value because I use these all the time together and they coordinate so well. And there's our gift tag, and you don't even miss that extra piece. So it looks super cute. And now I'm going to cut out a couple of doilies here. I don't care if the edge is cut off as well. I'm going to show you how I'm going to tuck this behind my gift tag. And for this inside part of my card, I'm actually using a card sketch. So it's a card sketch, I guess you can call it recycled, from our Creative Hearts Club, where I design all these card sketches monthly, and I just used a couple from early on this year, and one from last year as well. So I really liked this dark yellow paper. This paper is from Sizzix. It's really beautiful, and it's actually like sandable. So here's the card sketch that I'm using. It has these circle doilies, the gift tag, and then a sentiment in there. So I decided on this beautiful like mustard yellow paper. Again, this is from Sizzix. It's really beautiful. I can't wait to use it a little bit more because as I was saying, it is sandable and I've never done that before. So I really want to try that. I was able to get a sanding block from Sizzix, so they have it all for you in their shop. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to test that out and I'll make sure to do a video and show you guys. So I'm liking the sentiment, but I feel like I really like the purple. So I decided to cut out some light purple cardstock that I used on the front of the card for the flowers. And then I'm going to stamp some sentiments on there. And then I figured this background needed a little bit of white splatter. So I'm using my paint pen, and I'll link that below for you. A lot of people have asked about that because I've been using it a little more recently. So I have these two sentiments that I stamped out, and they're both super cute. You can't really go wrong. I just wanted to offset it a little bit. It just kind of looks better with the sizing of everything, I think, with the circles and the gift tag, and the gift tag having that be happy on it. I feel like the off-center sentiment works really well. So here I'm just applying some regular 3D foam squares. That's linked below for you as well. And then I'm going to do the You Did Great. And I love this saying. This is from our All the Happy Things because you can use it for a lot of different occasions. You can use it for so many things. Even if someone was going through a rough patch or something, you could give them this type of card, and I think it would really make someone happy. I decided to put that flower up by the bee. I thought that was really cute. And then again, adding those sequins, and look at how the sequins just kind of pull it all together. So we're just going to flip this over, trim that sentiment off, and look at how cute. I really liked this one. Obviously, I really like purple, so of course I like this one, but I also really liked the starkness of the yellow against the purple. And I was really happy I chose that yellow as the background because at first I was going to choose a pattern, and I just really think that turned out really beautifully. And so now here I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to use the A2 liner die with the large decorative frame, and that's the large decorative frames in white, and then it goes perfectly on that A2 liner, and then with the yellow it just all coordinates super pretty and super well. And this is pretty much what I made it for. I designed these dies so that they would go together and you could use them for the inside and the outside of your cards, just like that. That's beautiful. I love this card. If I got this card in the mail, I'd be like, yes. So that looks really good based off our card sketch. I did switch it up a little bit, and that's what card sketches are all about. So you could do something really simple like the first one we did and one cutout, or you could do something a little more complex like the second one. And so let's do another one. I decided I want to do another one. So I have this other card sketch. This one's from last year, and it's a little more geometric and a little more about the shapes. And I really liked this Cat Mom card that I created for Mother's Day. And so I decided to cut out a piece of our A2 liner die, and I'm just using that stitched edge, and I cut it down to like 2x3 squares. And so now I'm just playing around with our doilies. The doily ovals come in handy here. And I had this one cut out. It looks really beautiful with that floral pattern paper from Catherine Pooler. And you can just see like the lacy detail really nicely. So I already had that cut out from the front of the card, so that looks really nice for the inside of the card. And it's all about just coordinating the same pattern papers. And I really liked that pop of orange instead of having all green. And then I tucked that green underneath because my squares that I created, I decided to have them just white because I really liked the white. I don't know, the really pretty white floral paper was inspiring to me. But those little pops of green really make those shine a little bit more. I feel like you can see them a little bit more, and it just works really nicely together. I thought this orange might have been too much, but it actually ended up being totally fine and just enough color and a little bit of pattern that we needed. And then I put my sentiment down, and I actually chose It's Your Birthday, and I already had that stamped out in a really beautiful orange that matched perfectly, like a pale orange. And I thought, how cute is this for a cat mama to be like, it's your birthday. It can be from the kitty. And then the same thing on the bottom where we do the A2 liner die, the decorative sentiment frame, and then we're just going to tape this card base onto the front. These are all A2 cards that I created, and I apologize, I didn't make any horizontal. I really wanted to, but it turns out I really like the vertical or top fold A2s. So here's this one with the sequins completed. It's so beautiful. I just love the greens, and the decorative frame against the A2 liner looks perfect. Here is that really simple one that we did together, but also did that decor on the bottom half that matches the flowers on the outside, which I love. This one's a horizontal A2, so that one worked out well. And I love all those colors. So make sure you check out our Creative Hearts Club. This is where I do all my card sketches, and this is one as an honorable mention that I wanted to show that people loved on Facebook. So be sure to check out my blog for more info and the links to the Creative Hearts Club. Thanks for watching.